Hello guys, Thank you here, and we're back with some more Nest post-game build. So before we begin, I would like to remind you guys to like, subscribe, and remember to leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have any questions or concern, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. So without further ado, let's get started with the Fezmy build. So for our mobility module, we'll be running the Ferd. For the headset module, we'll be running the SSX. For the hanger module, we'll be running the Epona. For the thruster module, we'll be running the Ferd. For the utility module, we'll be running the Savcan. For the primary arms 1, we'll be running the Fezmy. For the primary arms 2, we'll be running the Salala. For the rear arms right, we'll be running the Cetus. And for the rear arms left, we'll be running the Gunniers. There's not much else to say about this build, so we'll just go ahead and take her out for a spin. So here we are at the bridge. Again, this entire build is built around the Fezmy, as the title implies. So this build takes advantage of a certain bug within Doll's Nest, and that's basically the weapon swap bug, where if you shoot one weapon and it goes into cooldown, you basically swap to another weapon and swap back to it in order to be able to use it again before it even hits its cooldown. So allow me to demonstrate with the Fezmy. So as you can see, I can't really shoot while my Fezmy is on cooldown, and once it's off cooldown, I can shoot again. However, I don't think I actually managed to pull that off too well. I'll try doing it again. There we go. However, if you manage to switch to another weapon and switch back to the Fezmy, you'll be able to use it despite the fact that you're on cooldown. So yeah, that's the weapon swap bug that this build utilizes. It's not too well known of a bug, but there are some people that I have heard of who actually managed to utilize this bug. It's a great way to actually maximize your damage with the slower firing weapons like the Fezmy or the Salala. And if anything, it's a good idea to actually combine or rotate between the two weapons in order to get the most out of it. As for the rear arms, there's not much else to say about it. It's kind of just there just for being there. Well, I go ahead and use the Salala. Now, ideally with this build, you kind of want to go between the Salala and the Fezmy, just to get your damage up, or rather, take care of enemies very quickly. If anything, this build is actually pretty strong because of this bug. The only downside with this build is it's very easy to run out of ammo, so it doesn't do too well with protracted fights, like say against bosses. But if you do manage to run out of ammo like in the middle of a fight, that's when you should pull out your Savcan, turn invisible, as such. That way you can lose engagement with the enemy, and it also gives you the added benefit of being able to target them from the rear, especially with the Fezmy. Fezmy does actually benefit from hitting enemies in the rear. So if anything, it's kind of a good idea just to have the Savcan for that. And the other downside is the Salala does take a while to reload, along with the Fezmy. So yeah, if you run out of ammo for both the weapons, just turn invisible and disengage. Or just use your missiles to, well, destroy the enemy as fast as you can. Okay, I don't recommend doing that because the missiles aren't quite particularly strong. I'll go ahead and Salala. But as you can see, yeah, the Fezmy and the Salala does quite a bit of damage. And you might be wondering why I'm running the Ferds. Well, I realized I haven't really made a build with wheels yet, so I decided to go ahead and make one. On top of that, yeah, this build was actually recommended by one of our viewers. So, yeah, the viewer wanted me to basically make a build that was basically lightweight and revolved around the Fezmy. So here we are, a build with that's fairly lightweight and revolves around the Fezmy. And for anyone ask, yes, the first is essentially lightweight. Or rather, lightweight legs. In fact, everything about this build is lightweight, so there's that. Let's go ahead and take out an elite. I do not like to go ahead and reload while he's shooting at us. Go. And he's down. As you can see, yeah, this build is pretty strong. You still need to get the Fezmy and the Salala, and unfortunately, in order to do that, you need to go down the alternate path for Vorg. As in basically just make your way all the way to the bridge without giving Vorg anything, and telling that one blind nymph to go off and get Vorg, basically. I'm totally forgetting her name right now, but that's what happens when you don't play this game too often. Or haven't played this game in a while. Anyway, yeah, there's not really much else to say about this build. Basically, yeah, the best way to play as this build is to basically use the weapon swapping glitch to swap back to your Fezmy and then shoot again. Or, more ideally, let me go ahead and reload this. By the way, you can also reload with the weapon swap glitch. I'll try to demonstrate it. As you can see, despite being in cooldown, I can still reload. But anywho, yeah. If you want to make the best out of this build, I recommend like having a second weapon and swapping between the two of them to maximize out your damage. Preferably the Salala, because the Salala does shoot in a burst. Formation spread. Nah, it shoots in a burst. Yeah, ideally, kind of want to just use this in tandem with this Salala. Just open up with the Fezmy, and with the Salala, with the Fezmy again, with the Salala, then the Fezmy, and then the Salala. Then just cover it down with the missiles. While you're doing that, just reload your Fezmy. Or, you know, just turn invisible with your Sav cannon and reload like that. Also, make sure to get away from your enemy while you're doing this as well, while you're invisible, because the enemy can still actually try to hit you while you're invisible, so yeah, just be sure to put some good considerable distance between you and them while you're doing that. That's the only reason why you're running a lightweight build with this. You kind of want to just get away from enemies while shooting them from afar, or reloading from afar, either one. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this build, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. So without further ado, this is going to be Thank You signing off. Goodbye!